It is said that the world is a book, and those who don't travel read only one page. Traveling allows one to experience other people's cultures and ways of life. It is these little differences in how we go about life that make the Earth an interesting place to be. Suddenly, our hearts are set out for adventure, and our minds are more open. We become more daring. After all, we only live once, right? We don't want any experience to pass us by. We go looking for the most breathtaking scenery, and our problems don't weigh us down anymore. But sometimes, we're not prepared for places that could potentially send waves of culture shock around our brains. What seems normal to the residents of that area is like nothing you've ever seen or imagined. Such as Asia. The continent of Asia and its people are notorious for stretching the limits. They will leave you dumbfounded. But let's be real, normal is boring. Hello there, and welcome to another amazing episode of Forever Green. Get yourselves ready, as we are about to showcase the topmost things that can only happen in Asia. You should look out for number 1, as some of these will cause a roller coaster of emotions and leave you yearning for more. 11. FACEKINI. I know you might be wondering, what the hell is a FACEKINI? Well, while most people wear a bikini or just plain shorts to the beach and leave the rest of their body parts to have a good taste of the intense sun rays, people in the Eastern Asian countries wear a face mask to protect their precious skin. They couple that with long-sleeve clothes or bodysuits. These residents are obsessed with skin lightening and whitening. For these reasons, they are not willing to see their daily work go down the drain in just one day. They are willing to do whatever it takes. And if this means wearing a mask in the hot sun, then so be it. The FACEKINI covers the whole head down to the neck and is fitted with holes that leave for the eyes, nose, and mouth. It is also made from stretchy material, the same as that used in making bodysuit, hence it can fit all head shapes and sizes. We can confidently say that it is indeed convenient in every way. The FACEKINIs also come in different colors and patterns. So, if you ever come across this in any Asian beach, don't mistake it for Halloween or any other holiday. It's just another normal day at the beach. The swimmers and idlers are just protecting their skin from sunburns. It is said to be a sure bet when it comes to keeping irritants and insects off your face. Your skin will remain light and it won't catch tan. It's a weird genius idea. Try it and let us know if it's worth the trouble in the comment section below. 10. Mind-controlled cat ears. We have all watched Ariana Grande walk up the stage with different animal ears on her head for a good amount of time. I think we can all agree that animal ears are some of the most adorable things on this planet. So adorable that most people across the globe want to have them too. It is why the Snapchat animal ears filter was quite a trend. A Japanese company known as Neuroware came up with a brilliant idea of making cat ears that are controlled by the human brainwaves. The locals know them as nekomimi and are worn as a hairband. You now have the privilege of reading someone's mind by just looking at their cat ears. Yes, these ears can tell your mood and they translate it by wiggling, dropping down, perking up, or by twitching up and down. You can no longer hide your actual feelings at the dinner table. One thing that we can all agree with is that most Asian countries are fast when it comes to technology. You will be forgiven for thinking they are in a whole different century. 9. Weird food. Well, this is no surprise, because it has been severely reported that the reason we are in the middle of a pandemic is because someone in China fed on an infected bat. Obviously, the bat wouldn't be in the market if they were absolutely sure that no one would buy it to make some fruit bat soup. Other bizarre foods that are delicacy to many Asians include snakes, frogs, worms, and all manner of bugs. The most interesting fact is that they are not served in specific hotels. You can land on these meals in almost every street food corner. It is part of every tourist checklist, and those who have tried some of these do attest to that they're finger-licking good. Fertilized eggs are also a common snack. The locals refer to it as balut, and it's literally a developing bird embryo. It is usually 17 days old just before the beaks and feathers begin to form. But that's not all. Do not be surprised if you are served with tarantula spider, snails, tuna eyeballs, or ants. Another example of astonishing foods is a crocodile ice cream that is made in a restaurant in Philippines. Yes, you heard that right. Crocodile ice cream. They get the crocodile eggs from a nearby crocodile park, which they mix with sugar, milk, fresh fruits, and honey to create a variety of flavors. Before we move on to the next interesting thing, I have a short, quick challenge for you. Leave us a like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications and you'll win 10 years of incredible luck. Try it. It actually works. 8. Cricket fighting. While the rest of the world is into dog shows and animal circuses, China is into cricket fighting. It is actually highlighted as a highly anticipated sport and has been in existence for the past 1,000 years. The participants are expected to keep the contesting crickets as pets. I can't bring myself to imagine how they are able to sleep in the same house with those ear-deafening sounds produced by a cricket. Some Chinese people also casually keep them as a sign of good luck. The cricket owners then dedicate their time to raise and train them to fight other crickets. We all know that if you're in a physical training program, a protein-rich diet is a must, and these crickets are not an exception. For some of them, their daily food includes a bean paste and water. Since the lifespan of a cricket is 100 days, there is only little time to train them ahead of the main competition. The National Cricket Fighting Championship is held during the autumn, when the crickets are most active. For a cricket to win, it must be able to meet several physical characteristics. It is actually a 2-day event with a series of elimination rounds. Each contesting team is expected to have 35 crickets, which are supposed to be delivered to the event organizers 6 days prior to the championship. The contesting crickets, which must be male, are then placed in a ring. They try to make the competition as realistic as possible. As is expected, the fighting ring is small. In fact, it is the size of a shoebox. The crickets are then irritated by poking them with a straw of hay. The dividing board is removed, and they start fighting each other. The game is governed by rules that have been passed down from generation to generations. Like other sports, gambling in cricket fighting is inevitable, and the results of the game have a great impact on the reputation of the cricket owners. That goes out to explain how serious this sport is. 7. Eat from the toilet. Yes, you heard that right. Eat from a toilet. I know it sounds unbelievable, but there is actually a 3-story restaurant in Taiwan that is famously known as, wait for it, the modern toilet. You can bet that the whole restaurant has a toilet theme to it. The seats are actually real toilet, with seats down, the same kind you'd find in your washroom. And if you want to get a little more comfortable, you can sit on the couches, which are made to look like giant toilets. I know, it's insane to say the least. As if that is not enough, the tables contain mini toilet seat, which have some fake stuff in them to fully represent a real toilet. Yes, that includes fake poop too. Shower heads are used as decoration on the walls, and the lights are poop-shaped. So, how are drinks served, you may ask? In mini urinals. If you don't believe me, then go look it up yourself. The plates and bowls are also in the shape of different toilet bowls. And the menu? Well, it does have some feces-related names. Even though the place is hygienic and absolutely poop-free, it's still a wonder as to how people don't gag while they're in there. It's not everyone's cup of tea, that's for sure. While it may seem disgusting in the eyes of many, this cafe and dessert place is doing great and is out here making some serious boss moves. It has opened 12 other branches in other Asian countries, including China, Japan, and Hong Kong. Plans are underway to expand and open yet another branch in Malaysia. Do you think you could peacefully enjoy your meal here? Let us know in the comments section below. 6. Special toilet features. In Japan, there is an unspoken rule that one cannot enter the house with the shoes you've been wearing outside the house. It is considered rude to do so, regardless of whether you are in a home, temple, some offices, and even restaurants. Cleanliness is a very important part of the Japanese culture. If you are a guest, your host will offer you guest slippers. That's very kind of them, don't you think? But that's not all. They have toilet slippers that are only used when using the toilet. It is also a must for you to use them. You have to remove your guest slippers and wear the toilet slippers. What's even more interesting is that they don't use just any slippers as toilet slippers. The toilet slippers have a closed-toe style and have a clear toilet label on them. They even have the male and female signs that you would normally find on toilet doors. They are a one-size-fits-all slippers that are meant to protect your indoor slippers from getting wet and confine the toilet germs in one area. They also come in 2 major sizes, kids and adults. Another interesting but thoughtful feature in Japanese toilets is the baby seats. Apparently, every toilet in Japan has these baby seats. They are customized to hold the baby for you while you finish your business, so you never have to risk losing your baby in the hands of a stranger just because you had to answer a call of nature. 5. Canned air. Yeah, these Asian countries never cease to amaze us. Being the 21st century, it was only a matter of time before someone started selling the air that was freely given to mankind. But the reason for this invention is quite logical. Owing to the high population and constant inventions and improvements of various infrastructure, China has turned into one of the most polluted parts of the world. Some of these Asian countries have been wearing masks way before the onset of the pandemic. A Canadian company saw the need for people to experience what it feels like to breathe clean, fresh air again. What started as a joke quickly turned into a $1 million business. But this leaves us with one question. How can one consume and benefit from the canned air without it escaping? Well, the lid of the can is shaped like a funnel that is befitted on the nozzle, and you can put the wider end over your nostrils and mouth. This ensures that the air is trapped for a few seconds to allow you to take it in uncontaminated. The canned air is selectively collected from different countries. It is said that the very first batch of canned air was collected from Banff at the Rocky Mountain town, and guess what? It was sold out in China in 2 weeks. A can of clean air goes for $20 US. Thinking of starting a business? Then this might be your moment. 4. Maeklong Railway. The Maeklong Railway is found in Thailand, and its tracks cut through a very busy market. This tourist attraction site is no new thing. It's been there since 1905. The market came first, then the railway line was built right in the middle of it. For this reason, the market is considered to be the most dangerous market on the planet. The train doesn't pass once, but several times a day. 6 times to be precise. Every now and then, traders are forced to move their goods from the railway tracks to protect them from getting damaged. When the warning bell goes off, the traders have a maximum of 3 minutes to move and close their umbrellas. It's normally a race against time, a matter of life and death. So the traders don't move their goods far from the tracks, just enough. The train itself passes inches away from the stalls, daringly close enough to touch. The good thing is that the train moves slowly through the market, but that has not guaranteed the safety of traders and customers, as many have lost their lives on this railway track. If you arrive seconds after the train has passed, you wouldn't know that something major happened, as the market quickly reverts back to its usual state. 3. GEESE Police. Well, I know you are probably saying to yourself that geese are in almost every continent, and I do agree with you, but they are never used as police assistants. While the rest of the world searched for the best dog breeds to train as police dogs, the rural parts of China went for geese. Apparently, geese are very effective when it comes to enforcing the law, and according to them, they do a much better job than dogs. They are equipped with sharp eyesight, exceptional hearing. They are loud and aggressive, making them very efficient. Who would have thought that a goose could actually make a great guard? Not just great, but great enough to be used by the police. Wow. 2. Greeting bow. The standard Asian greeting is non-verbal, and it involves a soft, very gently bow. The bow is accompanied with palm pressed together on the chest or hand pressed against the hips. It symbolizes humility and respect for one another. A small head nod is equally considered casual. The extent and mode of bowing is different from one Asian country to another. If you are not good at remembering them, don't go around throwing hugs and kisses. Just say hello and don't forget to smile. You will learn the rest within no time. It is now time for the subscriber's picture of the day. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber wondering if there are people that actually ride on top, the fronts as well as on the sides of a moving train. If you come across a mysterious photo online that you want us to look into, just send it over and we may even feature it in our next video. Now, we took a look at this photo and we are here to let you know that this situation actually exists. There are people that are that daring. And this brings us to our number 1, overcrowded transport. The continent of Asia is home to the most populated countries in the world. Because of this reason, it is expected that some of its parts are overpopulated, leading to congestion and overcrowding in its various means of transport. India is no exception, as it is the world's second most populated country. The congestion in its trains is nothing short of astonishing, and because desperate times call for desperate measures, long delays have pushed the residents to look for other ways to move about, which is basically squeezing into train or standing onto the roof or holding onto the sides of the train. Some of them don't even secure themselves, they just stand straight on the roof. You might mistake them for Disney's Aladdin, only that the carpet in this case is the roof of the train. It's obviously very risky, but these had been the norm for a long time before the government banned them from using the roof of the train, following a number of deadly accidents. I'd like to know what other methods they came up with after the ban. If you have a clue, please let us know in the comments below. And if you think the Indian train is overcrowded, you should see the one in Bangladesh. Tens of thousands of people scramble for even the slightest space on the train. The various trains fill up as soon as they get to the station. It goes without saying that the demand is high, but the trains are not enough. They squeeze themselves even on the frontmost part of the train. You might mistake it for a suicide mission, but they are just trying to get by. You either get on the train or walk home. I honestly don't know how the crew is able to coordinate these trains. I'm sure they have lost hope of seeing any form of orderliness. In Bangladesh, it's not only the trains that are overcrowded, the boats and ferries carry unimaginable capacities. Unfortunately, some of these boats and ferries have capsized, leading to loss of lives. And that's it for the things that only happen in Asia. Which of these did you find weird enough? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our video on 15 celebrities with the most exotic pets.